Okay, well, here comes what will probably be the last video of this year. I filmed it over the last 10 days or so. So there's not much left to say in this intro except I hope you're all well, have a wonderful Christmas, and celebrate the way that you celebrate. Thank you so much for following and helping me over this year. I hope you enjoy me mucking about and give me your ideas on the house next door, because there's a bit of that in this video as well. So again, yeah, thank you, take care, have a good Christmas and get safely into 2024, and I'll see you very early January. So now on to the video. So it started snowing last night and it hasn't stopped. As you can see, we're definitely getting there. You can't see much, but apparently it's going to snow all day. We're looking at about 0.5 metre of snow. I'm just going to go and get some breakfast. It's about 7 in the morning. And hopefully, after a few of these snow videos, you'll next see me down in Tuscany where it isn't snowing, where the sun has been shining. I shall be down there next weekend. So look at this street, the roads, nothing's been cleared yet. It's Saturday morning, so not surprising. So, good morning. It's another beautiful morning here, although it did rain yesterday, in Tuscany. It's Sunday, it's mid-December, 2 weeks away from Christmas. I'm just down here tidying up, organising a couple of things. I'm going to try and do some more plastering, the base work. This morning I have to head back to Austria this afternoon, but I do have a meeting today, finally, with the owner of this house here. So obviously a lot of things have changed since the first time we went in there. Video, I'll try and link it up here. I think I know how that works now. So, you know, it's certainly not gotten any better, but she hasn't been here for, I think, 13, 14 years now, so she hasn't seen it in the state it's in, and her opinion was that it was such a beautiful house, but obviously it's fallen down a little bit now, and more water is coming in, but my work situation has changed as well. So it's not going to be that easy for me to make her any sort of an offer, or actually even to find the time to do something. So I don't know what we're going to do, but we're going to talk about it. My main concerns, let me turn the camera around. Main concern is that water ingress there into her wall, because that edge of the roof is pretty knackered. I mean, there's water coming in there as well, and the balconies, I don't know if they're starting to sag or if that's just the way it looks, but that bit of roof definitely needs looking at before it hits my ridge and starts rotting the end of my beam. So we're going to have to find a solution to that, and I'll keep you updated. But first things first, let's go and have a look, see how the kitchen's doing. Well, this is set well. Obviously there's still plenty more to do. You can see where it's come through, but because it's properly set, I will put some more on top and see if it comes through again. I have a very cheap Amazon machine that's supposed to blow plaster onto the wall with the compressor. So I'm going to give that a try. I'm not convinced it'll work, but I'm going to make a first mix, try that out, and then we'll see. And if it works, then I'm going to basically just keep going down this wall. So the dark brown bits I'm going to scrape off now very quickly, because obviously they're just more of the mud between the stones, so I don't really need that. And then clean a little bit and get a test run with the sprayer and see if that makes the stuff stick to the wall. So that's the plan. I'm going to get everything plugged in, ready to go. Okay, well this is the Amazon special. This cost I think about 30 euros. It's not on straight, I need to turn that. Air goes in here. There's a trigger. Air comes out there and squirts plaster through there. That's the theory. So I'm going to fill it up and give it a go. So a bit of it does fall down, but that's not the end of the world. It's kind of wet so that it blows out, but it does blow it out, not too badly. I might have a little bit too much pressure on. I'm going to try with a little bit less pressure, but I'm going to mix up some more mortar, and then, well, yeah, we'll just keep going, and if it doesn't work, then I'll do it by hand. But it certainly gets it on the wall. It's not super clean and tidy, but it gets it on the wall, and that's the most annoying bit. So yeah, I'm not giving up hope. For 40 euros, it's worth a shot. how much time are we saving? I'm not sure, but certainly some. I mean, it gets it on the wall pretty efficiently. But I think it would be 1,000 times more efficient on a flatter wall. So I think for the second layer, like over here, it's going to go on really well. And I'm going to test that in a minute. I'm going to go now basically from here towards the corner and then around the corner. And then we'll see. Because, you know, some of these areas, it's very, very thick because there are, you know, holes like this that need to be filled out. And if the plaster's wet or there's that much further for it to throw, it sort of runs out of gas. It's certainly not a professional tool, but for DIYing, it seems to be okay. I've also changed over to a big pot to make my life easier and faster. So I'm going to keep going, see how much we can get into this corner, and then I'll show you once we're back there. I don't think you want to watch all of this in time lapse, to be honest. Okay, let me zoom out. So I've done a couple of square meters, and as you can see, where it goes straight on the wall, because it's so liquid, it's I mean, it's on, but it's a lot less smooth than what I did by hand, where I had a slightly thicker mix. But on the second layer, it goes on like butter. It's beautiful. I've done a couple of test spots to see if the brown is going to seep through, because I'm never going to use anything quite as wet as this. So if it is going to seep through, it'll be here. And if it doesn't, then that's that. That will be perfect. So I've done 100 kilos. I've got another 150. I'm going to look at the time because I wanted to fly the drone up quickly onto the roof of the neighbour's house before we meet, so I can show her exactly what I'm talking about. Okay, well, I've just done another few bags, 3 bags, and that's taken me up to the niche, and I had a bit of faffing about here to do, but I did it by hand because it was too wet to be getting on the wall, so I made a thicker amount. I tried to spray it with the machine and it wouldn't stick to the wall. So for the second coat and the final coat, the top coat, I think this machine's going to be great. But for the base coat, with all the unevenness, where you need it to be a little bit thicker so that it fits into the holes. You see there, for example, ooh, finger there. Where's my finger going? There. When it's soft, it just kind of plops out again if the hole's too big. So still, it's a good advancement. I have some sealant that I need to go and put up on the roof because there was, with the very heavy rain, 2 small drips that came in. So that's just from where I sealed it. So I bought the sealant up for that. And I shall have to climb up in a minute. But first, I'm going to see if I can get hold of the neighbour. Okay, well, those of you who remember me doing the roof will remember the crawl. I'm going to crawl through there again, get out the other side. And I've got this bitumen sealant, because the seal between the metal, I'll show you in a minute, and the stone didn't quite work everywhere, as always. More bits of wood that have broken, but it doesn't look bad up here. It has been raining a lot recently and everything looks pretty dry, so that's okay. There's light, but light doesn't mean water. Anyway, I'm going to crawl through there, and I've got my climbing harness back on, so hopefully this will just be a quick half an hour, and then I'm done. Here I am, I've squeezed through, sat up on my roof, which still looks brilliant. Thank you very much. So yeah, I can sort of see what's going on here. And I've got something with one of the best brand names I've ever come across. Roof Fix. So what I'm going to do is roof fix once along the metalwork. I've got 4 tubes of it, which is plenty. I'd rather put on more than less, and that'll be that, because when the big storm came, we had wind that came from over there, and it blew the rain against here, and then it infiltrated behind some of this. I'm not sure exactly where, but I'm pretty sure I'll find it down there, for example. Doesn't look great. Up here doesn't look good at all. So yeah, I don't know why, well, I was in such a rush to get it done in the end. But I'm going to clamber down, work my way up. I did the bottom from the ladder where the barbecue is, and I think with 4 tubes there should be plenty there. So I'm just going to get on with it, but nowhere to put my my camera up here. It's a beautiful day. It's not warm, but I'm in a t-shirt anyway. If anyone else wants a t-shirt with my beautiful face and my very beautiful house, they're on the link down at the bottom. Right, let's get on with this. I'll show you at the end. Okay, well, as you can see, this has got some seepage. This is first layer and it was pretty wet. Other than that, it looks pretty good. It's still pretty wet. Over here, however, second layer, and I put it where there was the most, right there, and behind here were some big brown bits, no seepage at all. So that's our solution, is a layer set properly and then another layer on top, and we're perfect. So all of the sealant I did on the ceiling, that's obviously on the ceiling, on the joint to the roof. That's super sticky stuff. My hands still look terrible from it. It's sort of like tar and silicone mixed together, but that's worked. This and that's actually dried really well. So yeah, super happy about that. That's a good result. We've had a couple of good results. It's time to shut up, tidy up, and head home. Okay, well, God, my skin looks terrible after that plastering. After many hours of discussion this morning, we might have found a solution, but I'm not sure yet. So what we've certainly done is opened the communications, and she didn't seem to be closed to suggestions. We went back in the house. She didn't want me to film while she was there, and well, obviously it hasn't gotten any better, and there is quite a lot to do. So yeah, obviously that's a concern, and I'll have to work it out, think about it. But I don't think I have that much choice. Something has to be done, and she's made it quite clear she's not really going to do anything. You know, she's in her 70s. She's not going to kick off a huge building site now. So yeah, it'll be interesting. At the very best of times, met a new neighbour. She's a lovely woman, and we had a lovely chat, and it was very interesting. So yeah, we'll just wait and see now. Look at that. It looks amazing. Everything always looks amazing here. So yeah, now it's going to be back up to Austria. I'm going to finish tidying up and putting the stuff away. I'll go and have a quick look now at the plastering and see how that looks. And then we'll hit the road.